Welcome back, Nuggets. This mother clucker's got some thoughts. Let's ruffle some feathers and get into this live stream. Hello, my Nuggets. Hello, how is everybody today? Who have we got? Hello. I love it how, like, half of you are, why are you streaming now? I'm going to bed. And the other half of you are like, yes, perfect timing. Hello, Veronica. Oh, off to bed. Hey, Karina. Hi, LV. Thanks so much for being in here tonight and reminding me to be on live chat. Hey, Darkwick. Thanks so much for being in here. Hello, Carvin. Hey, Be Ever Curious. Hey, Meh. Hello, everybody. I'm just checking I haven't missed anyone. Have I missed anyone? Mrs. Patterson, hello. Oh, Be Ever Curious. I'm sorry, not a good day for you. Hey, Cramlings. No problem at all. Okay, wow. I've got almost all of my mods in here. That's impressive. Hey, NRF. It's 3 a.m. and you just clocked out of work. Perfect timing. Hello, everybody. Yeah, very strong. Mod strong. Absolutely. Thank you so much. So I actually sent all of my mods a message to, you know, invite them into the surprise before I go and launch it live. Accidentally launched it live anyway. So I may as well announce it. All of my cluckers, this includes Patreon members, it includes YouTube memberships and Twitch subscribers, which means, by the way, if you have Amazon Prime, you can actually do a free subscription on Twitch, which will get you access to my brand new Discord. Now, it's fairly lonely at the moment. I've just set it up. I've done a crash course in updating myself on Discord because it's been a hot minute, my Nuggets. But yeah, all financial supporting cluckers are going to have accessibility into this via whatever platform they are supporting on. So I know this is something that I said I wasn't going to do, but it's going to be nice and kind of simple, so easy to keep on top of it. Mods, if you want to, I can also add you as mods on that as well, and you won't need to keep your financials going. It's just the mod support is more than enough. Woohoo, I mean cluck, cluck, cluck. Now, what's going to be happening on that Discord? Of course, the normal Discordy things, but I'm actually going to be doing a members only live stream on there once a week, which can also be copyright content, which is very exciting. I'm still in the throes of getting all of that up and running, so that still might be a couple of weeks, but we'll talk about time slots, and I'll also have the streams available for those whose time zone it doesn't match and things like that. So yes, that's just a bit of an extra thing that I wanted to do to thank you all for supporting, because the current schedule is making those mammoth research members only videos a little bit slower to produce, and I'm not able to commit to the one a month that I was doing. So this is like the interim additional stuff that you can get. I'm not stopping the members only videos, just slowing them a little bit. Yeah, take that, copyright. Yes, I'm particularly thinking, since there are so many millennials, maybe it might be fun to start with America's Next Top Model and run through that entire shit show that, you know, defined all of our body images back in the day. So stay tuned. I'll get a little bit more fluent. I'll be able to walk you all through how to actually connect to it. Unless you already know, but it's easy to Google as well. And what's more is I've been notified that I can send gifted memberships. I've got 10 free to give per month, and I'm allowed to send 5. I'm going to send 5 right now, my Nuggets. Here we go. Is it going to do it? Uh-oh. Did I break everything? I did it! Yay! How exciting. Congratulations, Edgar Allan Crow, Butt Smack ASMR. Zaira, Haunted Cadaver, I love that name, and Heidi Greenish, congratulations, you all got memberships, courtesy of me. Do I get chicken butts? Congratulations, everybody. Oh, thank you so much, and Edgar Allan Crow just subscribed with their Prime on Twitch. Thank you so much. So now you can get into the Discord that I've accidentally launched. Nice. Thank you so much. Awesome. So don't forget to get your votes in on YouTube. Who are we watching tonight? It's looking like we're going to be looking at Glitter and Lasers. Super fun. I have a lot of thoughts about her. A lot. So get your votes in. Not much longer. Do the thing, my nuggets. Unfortunately, Rachel is still missing. And we have a little bit of bitsy news because, oops, hang on one moment. There we go. Rosie was spotted, apparently. Oh, gosh. Technology, my nuggets. Oh, it's winning. It's winning. Are we getting there? No. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, my nuggets. Oh, it's a day. It's a day. Why isn't this going to work for me? Huh. Yes, got it. Rosie was spotted. So this is on one of the subreddits. I've analyzed it. I've run it through a whole bunch of like AI detection, and I know that they're not really that spot on, but like I ran it through like 10 of them. Apparently this is real. Voted for glitter and bagels. But you would like to learn the Hungry Fat Chick law. She's a very interesting person. Part of you still can't comprehend that Glitters has been in Finland. Figures though that's the happiest country in the world. Would love a happiness retreat. Yes. So, well, I did, but I'm in Australia. Are you in Australia? I can't remember. Had to prove your age for the Discord stuff. Yeah. I did. Which is annoying, but it's just one of those things that if we want to be on the platform, we've got to be on the platform. Yes, I saw the second picture in the drive-thru. Yeah, so as far as I can tell, I really think this looks like a real photo. I really think AI would be unlikely to think about the reflection of the car that it's being taken from. And everything else looks pretty correct, but like, yeah. So, living her best life over there. More power to her. Yeah, it's normally enforced by your location due to government requirements. That's right. So, in Australia, and I know in the UK and parts of the EU as well, you have to prove that you're over 16 to use a lot of these services. And that's unfortunately the reality of it. Yes, more often than not, AI makes images too crisp and clean. Yeah. Yes, Australia has, you have to prove pretty much on all of them that you're over 16. You're in Germany and there's similar insane stuff going on. Yeah, really concerning stuff. Yep, I'm with you there. I agree. New Zealand's still feral. Good to know. Good to know. A paid trip to influencers, and we know how money hungry Anna is. Grifters and bagels. Yes, I do believe the trip that we're going to be talking about was a paid one. So I'm going to stop I'll get rid of Rosie on the screen. I'm going to stop the poll. and let's do this thing. All right, glitter and lasers by a landslide. If we have time, we'll look at Foodie, and then if there's time, which I'm not going to lie, my nuggets, there probably won't be, we will talk about Hungry Fat Chick. But I'll keep the options up and running. Rachel, I think, because she did have on her post page that she'll be back in a few days, so I do tend to think that she will be on the menu for my next stream. And you guys really, really like to cover Rachel, so I have no doubt that it will be Rachel next stream. I can't say what this sign in the background says, but it looks like it says something instead of AI gibberish. Yeah, it was actually blacked out by people, and that was a sign that it might be real for me too. Although, having said that, if it was AI gibberish, that might also be why they blacked it out. But I am relatively sure as I can be, that that is real. And there's just Rosie cruising around in a convertible with her whatever he is. Okay, let's get started with glitter and lasers. So this is not the first time that I've covered glitter and lasers on this channel. This is an older video. It's about 2 years old, but it shows her arrested development so beautifully. And I don't know, I just found it interesting. I wanted to cover it, and I thought you might all like it as well. So this is actually on Glitter and Lasers Adventures. It's a smaller channel, and I did check. It does still look like her main channel is demonetized, which I think is interesting considering the other girls are starting to come back with their monetization status. But to be honest, when you go to like her main channel, like her views are down. I hate that she spells her name wrong. It drives me out the wall. It's a massive channel, right? It's got, no, shush. Oh, it's okay. It's a massive channel. It's got 2.3 million subscribers. Her views should be off the charts, but she's only getting like her last video for 5 months ago got 36,000 views. That is itty bitty. Is everybody being quiet in the chat, or have I lost it? What is going on? Can someone confirm? No, it's okay. Just quiet. All right, that's all right. So she got demonetized around the same time that Chantal got demonetized, but I did theorize at the time that it probably wouldn't bother her too much because so much of her money comes from like endorsement deals. So, yeah, she mostly uses her Instagram and TikTok. Yeah, so it looks like she's still uploading shorts, but she's not really doing videos anymore by the looks of things. So, yeah, this is her other channel. All right, let's get into it, my nuggets, shall we? Yes, cool.
I'm so embarrassed. I just really hate my body right now. It is 5 p.m. the night before I leave for Finland, and I have packed exactly 0 things. Nothing is packed. I'm procrastinating, and I don't know why. I'm watching some like Vanderpump Rules reunion. Is that a good choice?
Oh, geez, I could not do that. I have to be packed ahead of time. Everything needs to be organized, just in case something happens. Yes, meh. You're surprised Foodie got her channel back, but to be honest, and to cite the ankle, she's funny as Cluck. Everyone loves to watch a beautiful train wreck. I do wonder about Foodie and Quirky, how long they're going to have their channels, because neither one of them have really seemed to educate themselves in the policy rules and have kind of gone back to doing things that got them, you know, terminated or demonetized in the first place. So while I've said that YouTube is clearly wanting to be seen to do the right thing, and they are in a trial at the moment for the Bellwether case, I think they will leave them up until they're problematic again and people start mass reporting. Did I see Tex fight? No, I didn't. I have to admit, I am behind on the LCU stuff. It does my head in. Hello, Metaboss. This is your first live. I'm so glad you made it. Hope you enjoy it.
You know what it is. I'm living my best life. I just also will live a pretty sleepy life because you know your girl's not sleeping tonight. Yeah, I never do before a big trip. Does anyone sleep before a big trip? I just don't think they do. Gotta have a dress for midsummer. I know it's not midsummer. It's called something in Finnish, but it's a midsummer feast. So I have to have a dress for that.
Oh my gosh, she's so extra. Do you know, I feel like just the clothes that we can see there, and I'm sure that's not everything she has. I'm pretty sure that is more than my entire wardrobe at the moment. There's so much shit. You're not sure how much the demonetizations they'll reissue as they did them to appear law-abiding, but ultimately they want to earn money. Yes, but if people force their hand and, you know, have a paper trail towards people saying these people are problematic, put it this way, the lawsuit that's happening in the US hasn't even gone to the federal level yet. So that's the school districts calling them into question. So that's why I say if the girls keep doing what they're doing, they will be taken down again. And how many, you know, demonetization bans do you have to go through before you just get terminated? Although even that they seem to be overturning because FFG has gotten it back. Yes, imagine getting engaged at LCU Fat Camp. And the father's speech to that.
Your girl has to dress up. I love a good theme. I love a good theme. There's just no way it's all gonna fit. I'm afraid I'm gonna pack and then I'm gonna get there and I'm not gonna have something I need.
Do you think that's why Rachel's coming back soon?
That could be very, very challenging. So I'm hoping that I can figure it out. Yeah, it's gonna be some packing Jenga for sure. It's middle of the night. I'm still not finished packing. And so I'm just gonna go to bed. This is what I call the Anna special, which is where I go to bed, I wake up at like 3 a.m. and then somehow in like 2 hours, I pull everything together. But if I keep trying to go at night, it'll take me like the whole night. So I'm just gonna go to bed, figure it out in the morning. And when I mean morning, I mean like really early in the morning. So
that is so stressful. I thought Anna had some sort of anxiety disorder. Am I correct here? I believe that she has something like that. And she's putting herself in a situation that is so impactful to that. Are we taken by the LCU? Do we need to do a quick side quest with that, with the father's stuff? Yes. Basically, he said these people are garbage, but you do you. If mods want to find me a timestamp and a link, I'll do a side quest. If you want to do a side quest, happy to. It was something. It was like, I feel like it was taken in the moment as like, oh, how sweet, he's so supportive. But like anybody in their right mind listening to him would have gone, oh my gosh, he's not really endorsing this. Hearing her make this choice makes me anxious. Me too. Me too.
Last night, I did not finish packing and I got super stressed out and I moved everything here. It's now in my kitchen and that's so I could go to bed. That's so I could sleep. And now I gotta sort this out. I have about an hour before I have to go to a doctor's appointment and then to the airport. So it's get your ish together o'clock. Also, before I start packing, I just want to talk about how the reason I'm not fully packed is because I thought the weather was going to be cold. Then the weather changed. It's going to be like 70 to 80 degrees, and nothing, absolutely nothing I planned works for that. So I did what I like to call pulling an Anna, which is where I just sleep for like a couple hours to just get my head straight, and now I'm back in the game.
It is a lot, isn't it? Why would you need so many clothes? I think it's wasteful. I really do. I'm not really a clothes hoarder, though, to be perfectly honest with you. I am a frugal mother clocker. Oh, really? Traveling is so stressful to me. I have to leave early just in case public transit messes up and you get the ADHD paralysis too. I can't chill if I have to leave in X hours. I am with you there. I'm 100% with you there. I would rather be early and just be waiting for ages and be completely calm and ready to go than to go through this kind of thing. Yes, that's fair. She does do a lot of fashion hauls. The most stressful part of traveling for me is not knowing if I'll have to deal with the stairs or lifts. I have a huge fear of heights. Oh, yes. For me, it's predicting people and people's movements and being overstimulated in airports. Just pack your scrubs and the rest of needs and you're off.
I am very tired. I packed in speed rate, and now we are headed to my friend Emily's to drop off data, and then I gotta get to the airport. So I made it to the airport, and I just need to check in now because it's a international flight, so they need to see passport. And I'm actually impressed with myself because I'm usually like just like flying in right before you can't check a bag, but I'm actually early. Who is she?
Maybe indicative of how quickly she sweats through clothes, yeah, and it might also be indicative that she doesn't feel like she's going to have access to washing facilities. She is on a guided tour, so I don't know what kind of setup they have there. Hey, Boob Cat, you're not very late at all, not at all. You really can't stand it if they do this 70 to 80 degrees. Degrees what? It's like saying 70 kilos. Your tons, meters, or grams. It hurts your scientific mind.
Who is she? So I'm waiting in line and I get a frantic call from Tracy who helps me out with like operational stuff, and she's like, I think you've been hacked. And I'm like, I haven't been hacked. Apparently I butt DM'd a bunch of people an Austin Pets Alive post. I'm not sure how I did it, but it definitely wasn't a spammer. I don't think they would choose to like promote a charity. I mean, if they are, I'm all for that type of spam. Also, I think we're next. I think we're next. They helped me get checked in. Let's go, y'all. There is no line, and if you've ever flown out of the Austin airport, this does not happen very often. So, the universe is already getting this trip off to an amazing start. Okay, we are through security, but it is bad hot in this airport. I had to put my hair up because your girl is nasty right now. And I still have like 17 hours of travel to go.
Yes, Boop Cat, imagine being in the background watching her yap at a camera. I am so hermited. I really am a homebody, and even when I do go out, I'm rural, right? Everything is small towns. But I've never actually seen a vlogger in real life, and I think it must look insane from the outside. But one thing about Anna I have to give, like, when you compare her life and her mobility to that of all of the other girls in Girl World, she is substantially better in that regard. Like, she's still doing her weightlifting journey and everything like that, and, you know, at least she may not be at the most ideal weight for health related things, but at least she's using her body. You know, she's not just letting it sit on a couch all day. Darkwick. It's not quite on the level of ALR.
It's a little pre-flight pit stop. You cannot pay me to use a bathroom in a plane unless it's an international flight. That's a no. Okay, so I just got a gate change. We're no longer at 23. We're now at 30. So I'm hustling to the other side of the airport. It's around 2:12, and it looks like our flight is going to be a little bit delayed, but not too bad. And it's totally okay because I have like a 3-hour layover, so I'm not going to miss my flight to Finland. I shouldn't jinx myself, should I? No, I should not. It's time to fly.
May I introduce an Australianism to you? Because if we called something a fanny pack here, it means something very different. We call them bum bags. I have to know, for my Kiwis and Brits in here, do you also call them bum bags? You feel like when people vlog, it would make some people feel really mad. I wouldn't like to be in the background. Like, when you think about this is quite a large channel and people see it, and if you're somebody at all who is, you know, avoiding a stalker or just needing to protect your privacy for something, to be in the background of something like this, I would be blurring everybody. Like, everybody. Has a different meaning there too.
I need everyone to pray that I sleep on this flight because I am tired. It's 8 o'clock and I just landed in New York, and now I'm headed all the way to the other side of the airport to get my flight to Finland. Travel nightmare, guys. I did not book an extra seat for the flight to Finland like I always do because I thought there was open seats, but there actually wasn't. It was like a mirage. So I'm here. The flight is completely full and I'm really anxious about it, but sometimes the universe helps you get through things by putting a puppy in your path. So I met a beautiful dog named Inga, and Inga and I are making sure I'm less stressful.
So this is quite a controversial topic, and of course I want to talk about it. What is everyone's take on this? You know, because I feel like it's been a debate since, what, the 90s? Is the earliest time I remember hearing about it. And like, do you feel that this this second seat shouldn't have been relied on to have an empty flight? Because the reality is, depending on when you're flying, it's unlikely to have an extra seat. If you're in peak season, if you're on a popular time slot, if you're on a popular airline, it's not always acceptable to, you know, rely that there's going to be an empty seat. Plus, I know that some airlines don't just give you a free seat either. They still make you pay for it. And realistically, like, the people that are around her are going to be the ones suffering for it. But I don't know. It's just thoughts, my nuggets, thoughts. Let's get into this, shall we? You could not imagine just dancing to no one, no music in public. At least she's mobile. We haven't seen a single wheelchair in sight. Yeah, if you know you might need 2 seats, buy 2 seats. Yeah. You did! You got gifted a membership right before you subscribed with Prime on Twitch. Which, thank you, by the way. Yeah, you think she travels enough to know better than to chance it. Sorry to any Americans here, but it seems to be mostly Americans who feel this entitled. Oh, that's some shade. I think as far as I know, I might be ignorant here. I used to be in travel, so as far as I know, it's only American Airlines that used to give the free extra seat if it was available. And I think that was only, what was it? Is it Spirit? I can't remember. And they've just reneged on that particular deal as well. But like in Australia, that's not a thing. You have to buy a second seat. Yeah, Anna is the only girl going to the gym or traveling, so she deserves kudos for that. She does. And another thing that she deserves kudos for is that I know that she gets very anxious and she's still putting herself out there, even if not necessarily in the most productive way. She's still traveling and doing things like that. So, you know, we Americans have some serious social issues here sometimes. You are a unique culture. Hello, Furball. No such thing. No such thing. like I always do. I don't believe that, and she should have known better. Mm-hmm. And especially if you're already anxious about the trip, why just leave that extra thing to chance? Like, even if we're just talking about her own mental well-being. Yes, that's a good point. There are many reasons someone might want a second seat, not just for their size. So, for fairness, I think you need to buy the extra seat, just like you need to buy the extra luggage. Valid. Super valid. Yeah. If I had the money and I were traveling, I would buy an extra seat just so I don't have to sit next to people. That would be great. Have the whole row just to yourself. You'd be way stressed out. Yep.
I don't know if I'm actually going to get to Finland. And it's going to be super embarrassing if I don't. I'm so embarrassed. I'm so embarrassed and disappointed, and I just really hate my body right now. And I never hate my body, but I really hate it right now. And I feel like I live every day trying to be as accommodating and apologetic for my body, and even when I try my best, I still screw up. And I don't know. This isn't helpful to anyone. It's not helpful to anyone. I had to put my...
I just can't. I've brought this manner of criticism to Hungry Fat Chick as well, and also I suppose like Amber as well. I can't get my head into the mentality as somebody who has struggled a lot with, you know, OCD and panic attacks and things like that, anxiety, super fun stuff that I've had to, you know, overcome in my life and keep in check to this day. But I can't get my head into the space of filming it, editing it, uploading it, monetizing it. And I know that there's probably, you know, a side that you could take of, well, she's showing what the reality is like of having these conditions or having these struggles. And on the one hand, I kind of think, yeah, that might be good. But on the other hand, she is kind of giving herself a permission base to actually go through these things because of the fact that they're going to be filmed, uploaded, and monetized. It's just, I get very torn with Anna because I do think there is a certain amount of throwing a little pity party for herself, showing herself having anxiety, and then just so she can show oh, but look, I got past this thing and I'm really proud of myself. And it's kind of creating this sense of she did something, but she didn't actually achieve anything. So she's tricking her mind into thinking that she's made progress, but she hasn't, because she'll keep repeating this pattern over and over. Yeah, you're too embarrassed by your anxiety and panic to ever think of filming. I can't even stand people looking at you in that state. I agree with that. I do. Hello, Diamond Darcy on both platforms. Hello, thank you so much for supporting. You feel bad for her, but at the same time, she does have to take responsibility for her own body and how it imposes on other people. Yeah. And it's kind of like one thing to sit there and say, I hate my body, and to have a cry about it. I understand not being in the body that you necessarily want to be in, but that can't be changed in that moment either. So it's kind of indulging those emotions. Hello, Isabel. I was just thinking about you the other day. Nice to see you in here. My mental health stuff just shuts me down. I got my mistreating brother out of your house. Oh, that's awesome. And he snuck back in about a month ago. Oh no. We're so sick in various ways that it took a while to get him out. Hopefully you can get him out again. Also, not seeing a body as the consequence of your lifestyle is wild. Yeah, it is. And I do believe that Anna at this time was struggling with lymphedema, which is realistically something that even with weight loss is probably still going to maintain that size just by its mechanism. But yeah. Oh, good, Isabel. You finally got him to leave yesterday and you're still in shock. Stay strong in your decision. I'm sure it wasn't an easy one. I'm sure it was made for a reason. Stay resolute in it. What? Pepper Pepsi? You think so? This is not your style? You wouldn't go for the I don't know. Just be mindful of the political talk. I don't mind if you keep it nice and cute, nice and friendly. It does tend to rile people up though, and there are places you can go for it. So keep it for everybody's enjoyment. Just be mindful. Hello, Samurai. First time catching you live. Welcome. I hope you enjoy.
Glasses in because I started having an allergy attack from the dog, but I'm just
I'm sorry to pause. Dead not sleeping. Yes, Elton John could absolutely pull off those glasses and look phenomenal. Anna is not Elton John.
Waiting to see if I can get on the flight, and I don't think I've ever felt more anxious than I do right now. So after a whole lot of flight drama, I did not make it to Finland tonight. So I am on the flight tomorrow, and hopefully I get there.
Yeah, so bear in mind, the context kind of comes out in the next videos, but what's happening here is she's been sponsored by this particular tour company or whatever it is that's happening. So she's not paying for this trip, right? And it is a guided tour. She's going to meet up with a group of people. So what she's done is, through all of this, knowing that she's going to need 2 seats because that's just her state of being, she's chosen not to book 2 seats, but instead delay all of those people who are expecting her to arrive at a certain time. And instead she's now needing to get another flight because the other flight didn't have an extra seat for her. And everybody just has to wait, like an extra 24 hours for her to get there. And this is where Anna's entitlement really comes in, and that Arrested Development that interests me so much is she's had no forethought for anybody else's experience but her own. If you knew you were meeting people there, 2 seats should have been booked. If that's what you need, that's what you need to do. Yeah, I feel bad for her. If she wants to change, she has to put in the work. In all honesty, she does seemingly put in a lot of work with her weightlifting. And Anna's entitlement makes you not feel sympathy for her. It makes it difficult. It does. It does.
Literally, I am just proud of myself that I didn't have a full-on mentee bee in the middle of the JFK airport.
See, sorry for this pause. See, that's the kind of language that I worry gives the permission base and gives your mind something to latch on to that gives you complete and utter permission to do this kind of thing while also making it feel like you're moving forward. And to sit there and film all of this and then to say, at least I didn't have a full-on mentee bee in the middle of the airport. I appreciate that she's on a journey, and these journeys of growth and getting past arrested development are never linear, and there's oftentimes a setback. I just wonder about the authenticity of all of this since it's being filmed, if that makes sense. Whereas perhaps more authentic growth would have been not having filmed all of that, panic and things like that, and then talked through it after the fact. It seems less dramatic that way, but, I guess views are views, right? Filming with the CPAP on gives Nikocado vibes. Does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's a choice. It's definitely a choice. Oh yeah, you do trial runs to places you've never been before, so you know if you'll have any issues. I think it's important if there's going to be like mobility problems or just general logistic problems. Like for sure. It's a deliberate choice. It most definitely is, I know. But she's not a stranger to the dramatics. You know nothing about her, but she seems more bubbly and seems to have more hope in self-improvement than the other girls. I really hope she gets out the other side. You're not wrong. This is 2 years ago, by the way. But you're not wrong. She is, like, if you go to her main page, this is Glitter and Lasers, by the way, she has a whole, like, weightlifting arc that is nothing short of impressive, in all honesty. It's just this kind of, what Anna seems to have overlaid everything is a thick layer of entitlement, and it's difficult to see past that. She's very different, and I don't know if you would actually necessarily say she's part of Girl World. What do you all think, my nuggets? Do you think she's officially one of the girls? I think she's like an ambient outlier. She does seem to keep to herself. You're often relieved you didn't accidentally try to take someone out when you got a bad crowd and anxiety, but not to a degree you'd ever say it aloud. You see it as forced. The forced I'm happy and cheery and bubbly is a Mormon thing. Is she a Mormon? Interesting point. Yes, Carmen. Anna is the exchange student of Girl World. Yeah. She sits somewhere in between the like body acceptance space and Girl World. For some reason, there's just something about her that doesn't quite fully move her over there. Same as Hungry Fat Chick, actually. Also an ambient like outlier. Yeah, Darkwick, you're probably right. Her entitlement might come from her coming from a rich, well-off family. She doesn't necessarily seem to have a firm grasp of how the world works, for sure. Okay. Raised Mormon. She's from Utah, although to be fair, not all people in Utah are Mormons. Right. Okay. So that might explain. I didn't know that. That's cool. Oh, wow. Okay. Rosie was raised, at least for a time, in the Mormon community. Interesting. Thank you, LV. Glitter seems better until you see how many exercise things she's done. Her cycle hides her diet and downplays past physicality to make the now seem better. She does do that, and she's also not been super honest in the past about using weight loss aids as well, like Ozempic, for example. And I think that's fine. It's a personal choice if you want to keep that private. I do question, though, how authentic you're going to come off if you're in the influencer space. To be honest, this is true of a lot of Americans. Why are we shading Americans tonight? Not having a firm grasp about the real world, how the real world works. To be fair, I think a lot of Australians also fall into that category. Yes, Samira, I know. I've seen that. There is some evidence that she's edited some of her exercise videos. There's some perhaps filters or AI used. There's some discrepancies about how her body moves and things like that. So yeah, making it look like she's a little bit smaller than she is. Yes, the issue was that she was telling everyone, it was all natural and it wasn't. And also, she was insincere about that she was being paid for some of these things, like getting them for free. And yeah. Okay, look, I'm not going to be part of this shading of Americans. A lot of my nuggets are Americans. I appreciate them very greatly. But the reality is, I get what you're saying, but no large group of people can be reduced to any one thing. Yes. You think people forget how huge and diverse America is and then lump us all together? Yeah. But even so, like, you know, when people speak about countries as a group of people, I know that I like the average, quote unquote average Australian does not represent my outlook on the future or economically or politically or anything like that. And I'm sure that's true of each and every one of you, of your own country or religion or, you know, political take or whatever it may be, whatever group you're associated with. They don't all represent exactly you, if that makes sense. As an American, I don't mind the shade.
It's about to be my first night's sleep with a CPAP. I also have a chin strap just to make sure my mouth stays closed. I feel like a monster, but I haven't slept well since I was a child, and I'm curious to see if this like opens a whole new world of energy for me. I don't think people know how.
And see, I'm so torn though, right? Because this is clearly overdramatic, but at the same time, is it not wise to show the ramifications of mistreating your body or pushing your body to this kind of extreme? And that this is a reality for a great many people. Actually, it's a reality for not just overweight people, but lots of people. But maybe it's a beneficial thing to show the actual real side of that. I'm very torn. I could equally argue both sides of this. Oh, good point, Naomi Nicole. Especially as a Native American, it's important that we aren't represented by the colonizer mindset. Yeah, I imagine that would be quite different to be represented by. Oh, that's so cool. You were born and raised in Alaska. You grew up tough. I bet you did. I would love to see Alaska so much. One of the few places where nature will bitch slap you without hesitation.
How tired I feel on a day-to-day basis and how hard I have to push myself to do all that I do. And it would be nice to wake up and feel rested. I technically sleep, but I don't sleep well. It's not quality sleep and it's not deep sleep. And right now I'm going on about 2 to 3 nights of not good sleep. And usually that will continue for several days, and then eventually I'll have to take like an entire day, sometimes two, where I just lay down because my body just is giving up. And since I don't sleep deeply, it can't recover. So I'm interested to see if tomorrow I wake up feeling like a new person, because right now, honestly, I feel very broken and very exhausted, and it could be honestly life changing. Okay, let's try this again. It is 3:30ish, and we are headed to JFK to hopefully get on my flight to Finland. Not like yesterday where I ended up in New York on a surprise stopover. But you know what? I had a great bagel for breakfast, so I'm not going to be mad about it.
Yeah, be ever curious. You were the one that tipped me off that I accidentally launched the Discord. I don't know how. Did it send you like a notification or something? But it like popped up in there. I'm like, oh, okay, we're not getting mods in here first. We're fully live. We're good to go. Yeah, so I put up a bunch of things, like channels on there and things like that. It's not by any means finished. I just kind of got a rough draft, and I thought we could evolve it all together. Yes, so all Cluckers, so including you, Isabel, there is a Discord now. I haven't fully launched it. I was supposed to just set it up today, get my mods in, but I accidentally made it live, so it's live and accessible to anyone who wants to go in there. Oh, you've linked. Oh, right, you've linked the YouTube with Discord for another channel. Oh, and it automatically put you in. There you go. There you go. Yeah, that's all you have to do is go into Discord and link your YouTube channel, and I've got it set up to detect any cluckers, so anybody who's financially supporting.
Got it. Only in New York can you get some good bagels. We got a bit of a line, but I'm just happy to be here. I feel like that's the official Glitter and Lasers team motto. I'm just happy to be here. I made a DJ Khaled joke at the airport, and the guy let me skip ahead in the check-in line. So, pays to be funny, I guess. I am literally the only person at my gate. This is called being so early that nobody is here except that person, and they're probably just walking to stretch their legs because nobody is here. I had to go through security again because last night they were like, if we have an extra business class seat, we're gonna hold it for you at like a reduced rate, and you just need to pick it up at 5 p.m. So I thought they meant 5 p.m. at the same check-in counter I was at yesterday, but no, they meant the outside check-in counter. So I went all the way through security, and I sat down at that gate at 4:30, and I pop a squawk for 2.5 hours before someone showed up, and they're like, no, they mean the outside gate. So then I went outside and met them, and they had the seat.
I mean, to her credit, that is a cluckload of walking, and she's doing it all. Like, we wouldn't accept. We just saw Rosie go through the airport, and she utilized the wheelchair facility. So, you know, props to her.
So now I am flying business class, and it was considerably cheaper than a normal business class ticket is. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of excited about how this all ended up being. I'm now just chilling at the first class lounge until the flight. This takes me back to my tech days when I like flew enough that I actually got here because of my status, but it feels good to be back. I've missed you. So it is almost, what time is it? It's 10:39, and I'm literally in the frontmost seat of this plane. We are headed to Helsinki, direct flight. I think it's going to be 8 or 9 hours. And I realized that there are no more planes. I have no clue what's happening literally from here on. I know that I get picked up at the airport, but like...
Oh, I know that is not economy seating. That is not. I wonder if this was the workaround. Rather than buying 2 seats, she just got like a business class or a first class. That is not economy seating. No way. You like to walk around airports. Are you okay, Dead Not Sleeping? I just find airports very overstimulating. You know, everybody's bustling to where they need to go. There's always a lot of people going in all different directions. I don't enjoy it. Meh. As a 201 centimeter human being, you hear her about getting squished in planes. I am 157 centimeters and I get squished on planes. Planes are just squishy. So every single person you see here was inconvenienced by an entire day just because she didn't have the foresight to either book a, you know, business or first class seat or buy an extra seat. And yeah, that's every single one of those people.
Oh gosh, that's not me. We're still hugging. Ah! We did it! Woo-woo!
Okay, my nuggets, what are we thinking? Do you want to do the next episode of Anna, or are we bored of Anna and we want to move to Foodie and what Foodie's up to? I was looking at, where is barbecue chilling? There. Yeah. Yeah. There are 2 videos. So the stuff that's gone down. So a one in the chat for Anna, 2 in the chat for Foodie. Because what I was looking at for Foodie was she's had this day where she's taken her hijab off. And then the very next day, she's put it back on. We could get through both of these videos of barbecue chillin' if you want to. You've never been in an airport. It does seem stressful. It's okay if you know, get there with plenty of time and you know where you're going and things like that. It's just, I don't know. I don't enjoy it. Okay, good night, LV. Thanks so much for popping in. I appreciate you. What was not covered? Oh, you missed the part. What are they meeting for? She basically got given a trip, a guided tour trip, like a tour group thing, and she was going to Finland to do that. Okay, all right. Let's do foodie. Let's start with this one. And this is Barbecue Chillin', as always. This channel is criminally underfollowed. If you enjoy Girl World stuff, definitely give Barbecue Chillin' a follow. It's a lot of compilation stuff, and they are doing the real work. So let's get started on this one.
She make it clap, clap, clap. She make it clap, clap, clap.
The same curve. I always run over that. Respectable girl.
I love this intro. Hey, this is monumental. This is the first time I've done foodie on my channel.
Wow.
Okay, so hopefully everybody is relatively familiar with Foodie. I haven't covered her on my channel before because really she reminds me a huge amount of my mother. Although having said that, these two videos that we're going to watch, less so, much less so. The whole back and forth with a man and the whole religious arc, that's what separates Foodie from my mother. But everything else, the eating, the grossness, the everything is all right there. Your channel will never be the same again. There's no turning back now. Okay, let's do it.
I'm gonna have a surprise. I don't really want to do it, show you, but yep. Look it, my hair is in a grow out stage. It is ugly, I know, okay? Because I chopped it all off before and I'm bald and I have bedhead. I just woke up. And I did this for a few reasons, but I don't really want to explain myself, really honestly. I'm turned off of Muslim community. I'm turned off of Eid. I'm turned off of everything right now. Like, I'm just going to be honest about my feelings. You can still be Muslim without hijab. You know, like, there's a lot of Muslims who don't have hijab, but, like, honestly, I'm just tired of, like, the Muslim community. And I'm tired of feeling, like, inferior. You know? Like, I feel so inferior. I've never felt so inferior, like, as part of a religious group. First of all, hey, Scrape, my journey with God should not matter to anyone.
You know, as someone who Chantal is so badly, like, polar opposite of everything that the Islam faith dictates. She's just so incompatible. Why she thought she could squeeze herself into that mold, I have no idea. I think there's something to be said for, you know, acknowledging who you are, being unapologetic about who you are, but being authentically you, especially if it's, you know, not hurting anybody, is you're just being you. She is who she is. She is gross. She is crass. She swears a lot. To try and be that demure, perfectly spoken woman is, it's not authentically her. Yeah, that's a good call. Be very prepared. Foodie is a rancid bigot. There will be racism and slurs, lots of the R word, and a lot of grouping Muslims into one category. And as we were just talking about, you know, grouping any sort of large demographic of people into one set of rules is never going to fit everybody, but she's going to do this repeatedly towards the Muslim community at large.
Else. The hell? I believe I can believe in God without hijab, and I don't want to feel restricted by it. It's like really hot, and I'm just fucking I'm sorry. I'm tired of just a lot of things, okay? Everywhere you turn, sister, you should be wearing hijab, sister this, sister that, sister this. I'm just tired of all the rules. It's actually hard to worship God this way for me. And another thing is like, all Christians don't wear hijab. Are they all going to hell or what? Another reason, I woke up today, usually with lovely messages. Hi, comic book, from my husband, right? On Eid, I don't even have a Eid Mubarak. Because those problems that I had before when I was going to end it resurface again. It's like, you don't have time for me. You don't even think of me on Eid. Like, I'm supposed to be your soulmate. And you don't even think to write Eid Mubarak? Excuse me? Wrote him a big paragraph, and I think I'm honestly just like over it. I'm so like, okay, so you're busy with your family on Eid, living it up. Good for you, but I'm supposed to be your soulmate? And
So she's essentially upset that her quote-unquote husband, who, like, come on, she's separated from the guy, has not messaged her on a Muslim holiday. He's spending it with his family, and she's upset that she's being ignored. You're no longer a revert, but you were for 15 years, so you hate how she makes it look bad. She makes everything look bad. At least it's not exclusively Muslims. She shows a lot of skin besides the headscarf. I thought it was about being modest. Well, at the moment, she's taken the hijab off because she's mad at Salah. And she's made a choice to not just show her hair, but she's also showing cleavage as well as a tattoo. There's a point being made here. Yes, it's very clear to everyone that Foodie's religious conversion did not come from within like it should. Yeah. Be ever curious. That's one way to put it. Just a bit. Just a bit. I don't think Syria is involved, but like it's close enough, right? Too close for comfort. But even if there was no war, even if there was nothing going on, it's a holiday of his faith. He's spending it with his family. Why does he need to be on tap to message her? This entire display, hijabless cleavage, makeup, and nails is a tantrum. Well said, Darkwick. She knows it will upset Salah and get her attention because he didn't care to text her on Eid. Mm-hmm. Hijab was hiding many things. Although I will say, props to her for being confident and bold enough to actually appear online, like, because there is not much of a filter going on there either. This is very raw. This is very her. I can't say that in that state I would feel as confident. Yes, Foodie complains about people who judge her, but she's the first to judge everyone else really hard. Yes, and by the way, this is low-key strategic because I want a shitty detractor name. I want it to be inventive, and Foodie gives the best detractor names. And I would like it, and then I want to put it on merch, and I want to wear that badge proudly. You know, like something like, oh lordy, it's bawdy, or salty crap. You know, I want something like that. I've already given the chicken aesthetic. It's super easy. She can do it. I know she can do it.
and you don't even... It's like,
oh, yes. And we're going to watch that next, Leaf of Wonder. Also, hello. By the way, Chantal puts a hijab on after 10 hours. Yeah, she backpedals this entire thing within 10 hours.
Belief in God. It's like, I don't want to be part of an effing community. I just want to, like, you know, I don't want to have to need approval from people to believe in what I believe. That's all that should matter, is what's in my heart. Not if I eat with my left hand. Not if I fart. Not if I wear a fucking piece of cloth on my head.
Actually, with respect, you just gave me a thought. This comment, how could you be self-conscious with your fabulous feathered self? You know what? I'm just going to say something that is, you know, we're not comparing with anything, but something about what we're watching at the moment brings to mind a hen going through a hard molt. If you know, you know. Just saying.
my head. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I feel so judged being a Muslim. I feel so judged. It's really, really not a good feeling. I feel judged by, like, everyone. Like, and why would I want to be part of a marriage where, like, nobody likes you? Nobody wants you to be with that man. He'll say, oh, that's not true. Oh, I just know. I just know. I just know. And I'm tired of feeling like less of a person for who I am. You really love me and I'm your soulmate, then you accept me how I am. That's it, plain period. You know, and no, I like, I'm sorry, but like when I met him, I didn't have a hijab on. So no, it's not. My religion is not connected to the marriage because, you know, even whenever I came back and put the hijab back on, we weren't like still, it was still complicated and we probably weren't getting back together and blah, blah, blah. It's just that the religion, like, I don't feel connected, like, really anymore in a way. Like, I don't really
Well, that's because the intention originally was not from the correct place. Like we said earlier, it's not from within, right? I think it's fine to question what you believe in life. I think it's part of, defining who you are, what your values are. I think it's a healthy thing to go through, regardless of where you land. And that we're not discussing that today in my nuggets. But for her to have that thought process is, I think, fine. But she's having it. She feels disconnected from it because she was never connected to it in the first place. This was all just because of a man. You think her thin hair is the least thing anyone comments on. It's nothing to be ashamed of. Yep. Wearing a hijab for a romance scammer, that's the thing to be ashamed of, among other things. But yes, I agree with you completely.
understand everything. It's I don't know. It's hard for me to explain how I feel. I don't want to go into a bashing session over, I just want to just like leave each other alone and well, I don't know if he knows that we broke up. Well, I sent him a message, so the thing is leave Salah alone, Django. I do. I end it for many reasons. I have my reasons. And he comes back in here and is contrary and why we should be together and blah blah blah. So should be the other way around then. Yes, just leave me live my life, leave me alone. And you live your life. Yeah, but this is not the first time. Yeah, teardrop. This is not the first time that I've felt this way. So I feel like this is more than just impulse. Find a man with a matching scooter. No, I can't be with someone disabled because one of us has to be able-bodied. If you catch my drift. Islam is very tied into culture.
So sorry for anybody out there who has two disabled people within the one relationship, because that couldn't possibly be a thing. That is on the level of Rachel saying long-distance relationships are imaginary. Please disregard. This is utter nonsense.
Whether we like it or not. And as a revert, if you're not a revert, you can't understand how ostracized you feel. And I'm alone on Eid, and he doesn't even fucking message me, and he's my soulmate. Like, you don't think of me? I don't care if you're with your family. Then you're treating me like, oh, my family doesn't want me to message you or something? I believe in God, but I'm believing in God with nails. I'm believing in God with makeup. I'm believing in God.
Do we actually know if the marriage was real or not? Having a real marriage while being a romance scammer is quite the effort. That, I think, is... I mean, we could never prove it, right? None of us are there. We don't know. I am personally of the camp where I say I don't think this was real from the get-go. I think this was convenience for both of them. They were both getting something out of it, is my feeling. She's alone on Eid because she chose to be. But just think about that, like, because I like to, how sometimes with Amber and Emily, I like to say, just imagine that we're not talking about those two particular individuals. Let's just imagine that we're not talking about Chantal and Salah, because they clearly both have their issues and, yeah, there are various amounts of toxicity in different ways. But like, a holiday that you're celebrating with your family, and then this woman who is technically an ex, because they're not even living in the same country. They were going through a divorce proceeding. Whether they were trying to get things back on track or not, we don't know. But then she goes and pulls this, which is nothing short of trying to embarrass him just to get him to respond on a day that he's busy. If you took that out of, like, in any other context with any other couple of people, that would seem absolutely unhinged. I know it seems unhinged anyway, but like extra unhinged. I think it's easy to get like desensitized to these shenanigans that these women do. Yeah, be ever curious. You don't think it was real? If you look up the laws of Q8, it would not happen. So you're saying they weren't even legally married, not whether it was a true romance or not. You're going the next step and saying it wasn't even a marriage. Salah is bad for not saying Happy Eid, but Chantal herself is innocent for not saying it to test Salah. Yes, impulse is an issue. She sounds hella selfish. You don't need another to regulate your feeling for you. Yeah, that's exactly right. And we've talked about that a lot on this channel, where it's like other people are not responsible for how you feel. And it might feel in that moment really bad for her that she's not getting the response that she wants, because she has put herself in a completely miserable, isolated situation. I understand that she's probably feeling very bad because everything hurts and she's alone and, you know, things are just feeling yucky at the moment. But that is not for her to enforce it on somebody else to fix that for her. Yeah. But, you know, just like everybody I like to look at, Arrested Development is 100% a thing here. And she's older than me. I can't believe that, like, she's not that much older than me, but she's just a little bit. And if I were even remotely, like, half as bad as she is, like, in my journey at this age, I would not be feeling great about myself. You know, you like to think that as you get older, you get a little bit more mature and you're able to have a little bit more insight and start to fix yourself. And while everybody's timeline is going to be different, Chantal is not displaying any amount of fixing in any way, shape, or form. Yeah, that's a good point, actually. She kept doing visa runs because she had a tourist visa. You cannot marry a local on a tourist visa. It's actually not legal. I looked it up at the time. Yeah, but also Salah is not a Q80 resident because they have weird and strict laws about lineage there. So I wonder if that would have been stopping it as well.
God with cleavage. I'm believing in God with my hair showing, and that's just it. You know, if I go to hell, I go to hell, whatever. He would judge me for smoking weed, but he smokes cigarettes like a chimney, you know? Like, stuff like that. Like, I don't know. And he wants me to trust him, but he doesn't even trust me to, like, send me pictures of, like, the house or anything, like his store, because he, you know, like, his family doesn't want me to, like, have any pictures of the house or anything. Like, excuse me? Like, what the fuck did I do to you? As if I'm gonna, like, as if I care, as if anyone cares. What are they gonna do? How are you gonna be doxxed in Syria? Like, literally, there's not even a street sign. I don't have him blocked because, you know, Julia, and I want to be mature about it, but I did block him this morning, but I unblocked. But no, I don't want to be in a marriage like that, and it's conditional.
So don't be. But that's not actually what she wants at all. I'm so sorry, Isabel. I think I missed an entire thread that was going on there. Sounds like you're going through something. My thoughts are with you. He doesn't trust her with pictures because she puts everything on the internet. Fair. We separated for a reason, keeps talking about him with every breath. Yeah. I also think it's fair to say that, you know, you can celebrate your faith in whatever way you think is appropriate, but clearly he's a little bit more traditional in that sense. And so if you don't want to force yourself into that mold, don't force yourself into that mold. This is such a non-issue. But she wants to be claimed. She wants to have the, you know, handsomest man and, you know, which, by the way, my nuggets. Totally unfair, but I thought that was my husband. Handsomest husband.
And it's just, I feel like second fiddle. He not message her for Eid. Yeah, that's a big thing to me. Because you know what? It's bigger than money. It's bigger than gifts. It's bigger than anything. I'm not needy with that shit. But when it comes to thinking of me,
Oh, sorry, I just caught on. We're talking about sobriety. Good for both of you. I am so in support of that. Well done. That takes an enormous effort. Good for you both.
yeah, on a major holiday where you're with tons of family, probably tons of beautifully dressed women cousins all prepped and ready to go for Eid, and you're going to not even think of your wife when you know how many times have I told you that I'm insecure, that it's very simple to keep me happy while we're away from each other. And he can't even do that. I'm so hungry right now. I took my Ozempic. I don't
What is that though? Does she actually define that? Because I've just caught that she has a rule in her head, or a threshold of activity in her head that he needs to do in order to keep her happy while they're apart. But what she doesn't define is whether or not that is ridiculous. You know, like I'm thinking about Amber with insisting that her partners are on FaceTime with her even while she's filming vlogs and things like that. You know, is it completely unreasonable and completely unachievable while living a life? And by the way, it's not like life in Syria is, you know, all roses and super easygoing, like a privileged situation that she has in Canada. So I would love to know what her specific definition is of, you know, what you need to do to keep me happy while we're apart. Good point, Carmen. What does Chantal actually even give in this relationship in her mind? It's gotta be money, right? You disagree, Chazzy. Your partner is the loveliest, funniest, and handsomest, and also most unique in the best way. Oh, that's so cute. I love it. Yeah, she does go on a little bit of a rant about a cousin wife marrying his cousin, which she phrases in a way that she knows Western people will balk at. We don't actually even know if it's like a first or a second or whatever cousin. It's just she baits it there on purpose. So we have no proof of any, you know, any of the situation on his side. Handsomest man is in the eye of the chicken. Oh, well, she did spend some time there, to be honest. Chantal wouldn't know what life is like in Syria. She was there for what, like a couple of months? But, I mean, it was bad enough that it made her flee back to Canada, even though she's got all the debt in Canada. What she gives. There are rumors about Salah's predilections. And boy, has she been playing into them of recent, has she not?
I don't know why I'm hungry. I don't think it works for me. You need a higher dose. Actually, I took 0.5. Because it was kind of an accident. I went too far. Yes, Jill, he's keeping me separate from his life over there. I feel completely left out.
You're his ex-wife, madam? What?
So let me live my life. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I want peace. I want bees. I don't want any of this crap. Every day, feeling inadequate, feeling bad, feeling pressure to change, pressure to, you know, there'll be some excuse like it's Eid, you know, the minute I wake up, there's people at my door. And I'm sure that during this time, you have time to text all of the people texting you, making plans, blah, 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 talking to your relatives for Eid on WhatsApp, and you see my picture on WhatsApp, and you don't even think to say Eid Mubarak, baby? Excuse me? Hollis, in your own language, bye. This channel is so epic. Oh, I forgot nails are good for picking your nose.
Oh, yucky. Oh, I hate that so much. There's something about... I was watching a Zachary Michael video, and it was that one where he was covering her while she was, you know, scooting into the drive-thru, and she started doing something god-awful with her mucus, and he started gagging. I'm exactly the same way. I have an incredibly strong stomach for so many things, but as soon as like mucus is involved, I'm like, oh, yuck, yuck, yuck. No, no, no. It's foul.
Booger. Hook. And just doing that would disgust his entire family. So you know what? Whatever. And honestly, hey, BZ at West, men like that, like Arab men like that now, turn me right off. I used to be so like, ooh, turns me right off. Because a lot of Muslim men are hypocrites. I'm sorry, but women censoring their farts is just stupid to me. Like,
Personally, I'm going to put this wisdom out there. I believe that the success and longevity of a relationship is defined by whether you're a fart couple or not. I'm just putting that out there. I think that level of comfort in one's own home is important for a healthy dynamic. I don't, however, agree with sharing that with the internet in the way that, you know, Madam does. Yeah, as Chantal said, I fart and I still love God. Yeah, you know, and you know what? I'm speaking as somebody who's been with my husband for 18 years. Actually, next month. It's important, okay? You should be comfortable in your own home. Yeah, the cousin thing is an ongoing storyline. There was a cousin present at the divorce signing who apparently was attractive, and ever since she has feared him hooking up with cousins. Yeah. Yeah, but like she deliberately leaves out what manner of cousin that is, right? And also, that's one of those things that, yes, there's going to be a higher rate of genetic abnormalities, but just because in Western countries we see that as taboo and illegal and just generally not the thing to do, it is one of those subjective things that if it's part of the culture, it's not as weird for them. So she's deliberately phrasing it in a way that she knows Western people will go, oh, no. More like I shot and I still love God. Oh no, eat, pray, shart, the foodie retelling. Oh, sometimes some of the things that come out of my mouth because of you all. Marry a cousin comes off as highly racist from her mouth. Yeah, there's something wrong with it. We're not getting the whole story. I don't know. There's something wrong with that for sure. And she's deliberately trying to make us go and have that reaction of, oh my God, his cousin? You know, that kind of reaction. I don't buy it. And even if it was, you know, if that's suitable in that culture and that country, I don't know. Who the cluck am I to say that they can't? I don't know. My people come from islands, and someone being a cousin happens, but you still don't assume someone sleeps with their cousins, right? No, you don't. And just because there was one at the divorce signing, it's like, yeah. And also, do we know that the word cousin is being used correctly to actually mean what we think it means? I don't know. There's a lot of gray area. That's all I have to say.
we don't have the same beliefs. If you can't agree on farts, like, it's so stupid. Sometimes would get legit mad when I would fart. He'd be like, "Where's the spray?" And I'd be like, he's like, "Can't you go to the washroom and fart?" I'm like, "Excuse me, I'm in my own home. What the fuck?" And you know what? God made me this way. Like, he made me. Did you know that also in Islam, like, you're not supposed to laugh too much. You're not supposed to joke too much. Like, but God gave me this sense of humor.
My nuggets, it is Tay-Tay's bedtime tuck-in time. So I need to go do that. I'll leave Chantal playing. I don't think I'll be long. It's quite dark out there. Yes, that's a good point too. Plus, you don't know if a cousin is by blood or by marriage. Yep, none of that is defined. All right, I will not be long. Enjoy Chantal talking about her farts.
So these are things that I'm, like, really confused about. It's like my whole existence is haram. So why should I feel like that? I'm not against Islam, and I'm like, I think the majority of Muslim people are very kind people. But the community is judgmental. It really is. I scroll TikTok, and I would follow all of these Muslims, and they have all of these rules, what to do, how to behave. A woman who fears Allah, doesn't wear perfume when she goes in public. She doesn't show her hair. And they're judging, women are judged like insanely, you know? And everyone has different opinions. Some wear hijab, some don't. So it's like, I'm so confused, and I'm just so disoriented, and I'm just so like, I feel ostracized, I feel judged, and that's how I feel. That's my experience. And it doesn't help that my husband was like that, like really, you know, don't smile when you're talking to people, like that kind of thing. Like, you know, no, they have power. He's not in an active war zone. Syria is not, it's in the Middle East, and it's like in the middle, but it's not involved. And he was getting his house, like getting everything super ready for Eid celebrations. So there's enough power to do that. There's enough power for him to work on his store every day. Maybe I'm needy for attention, but that's how I am. And if he doesn't want, if a man, like if I can't have those things met, I'd rather be alone. I'd rather be alone. Even if he's sick, he could text me and say he's sick. I'm supposed to be his wife, soulmate, you know? No matter what I'm doing, no matter if I'm with family, whatever, I still think of him and say, hey, thinking of you. If you're going to be busy today, how long does it take to type? How long? Not even a minute to say, hi, babe, Eid Mubarak, I'm going to be busy today, I won't be able to text much. Takes a brain. Yeah, I don't know, I'm just done. I'm over it. I don't 100% trust him. I don't. Yeah, he won't show me anything. I'll say things like, can you, like he does sometimes, like he'll send me a selfie, and like I've talked to him video here and there, but like, honestly, I don't really feel like talking video most of the time. Because I feel like I have to like perform and like get dressed up and fuck that. Oh, forget about my family home. They don't want me for you to have anything to do with like that. Excuse me? Excuse me. Okay, I won't then. Bye. Actually, anytime I would bring up what he calls drama, basically expressing my feelings, he would send me a picture of him how he fell off his bike, or some kind of excuse. He doesn't feel good. He has a headache. Doesn't want to, like, Hollis, goodbye. You're ready to just throw me away over this shit? Yeah, I am. Because my life is more valuable. Thank you. I need to worry about myself, my sanity, and you're the only thing right now really, really fucking weighing on it. Can't fake the marriage papers. It came from the government of Kuwait. The divorce paper was just something I'm sure that his cousin made up. I think maybe Noor did it. I'm so turned off by him. Like, there's no going back. Ever. Fuck this. Go hand in the papers. Yalla. No, because it doesn't matter how it's written. It can be legally binding there. He just has to hand it in, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, the husband can control the divorce and everything. Control everything. Yes, we were married. I have the marriage certificate on my phone. I took a picture of it. He still has it. It was just a normal marriage, civil marriage. Yeah, I was just talking to him yesterday. Everything was so sweet and everything, but then I thought, you know what? I'm not going to message him anything and see what happens. Sure enough, no message. Yeah, it's a test, an important test he didn't pass, so see you later. There's a lot of red flags. The way he reacts whenever I bring up my feelings, it labels them as drama. Just tries to get rid of it altogether, like not talk about it. You know, it's just not like attentive to my feelings, which is important to me. He says he doesn't like life there, and it's rough and blah blah blah, and I should be, you know, that's all I care about is my feelings when he's suffering there. And it's like, okay, what does that have to do with like messaging me and telling me you love me or something? All about my issues. It is. I'm supposed to be his number one priority. Like, it's not hard to. Whatever, Salah. There's always an excuse. And yes, I feel judged. I feel judged by everybody in your family. I don't like these feelings. You don't let me into your life. You don't ever let me into your life. I don't know anything. Like, let's just be civil and just leave me alone. Like, seriously. And it's really funny that you're able to be in this chat instead of messaging me privately. Like, you only care how you look now.
Thank you so much for your patience, my nuggets. What did I miss? Oh no. Cramling's on it again. I don't know that I'm old enough to be legally left at home alone with Foodie. You need an adult? I apologize. It was from missing my duties. But Tay needed the tuck in. And then he needed his butt counted to make sure he and his girls were all in there. Her saying I'd rather be alone is like Amber saying it, no one's buying that, madam. Oh, you don't think you get 2 copies of a marriage certificate? You don't here. You have to order a second one if you want it. Problem is she's shitting on every other religion. You're a Christian and you love your Muslim girlies as well as an atheist friends. She's just religious because of a man. Yeah, pretty much. Tay is the specialist boy. He is. You need a responsible adult. Do I qualify as well? Am I a responsible adult? Aside from that, he just doesn't like you. He lives in an active war zone. Yeah, there are other priorities. You know, like, have you ever heard of the pyramid of needs? And like down on the base level, it's like shelter and food and, you know, the things that make you stable on a survival level. When you have those threatened, you don't have time to think about the things above that, which is like relationships and entertainment and, you know, all of that. Unless the foundation is there on each level, you can't progress to the one above it, so to speak. And Chantal doesn't seem to understand that Salah may be living in a situation where he's just trying to get by for his family in the best way he can. Yes, very true. She's an unreliable narrator. You don't believe anything she says. Her judgment is not checking out. No, it's not. But that's because it's very Chantal-centric. She is the main character of the world. But as you know, my nuggets, we've discussed this. The main character of the world is Salt. And that's just the end of it. I'm sorry, Chantal, you cannot be the main character.
No. And I blame your family because you don't even send me pictures of your business. You don't send me pictures of your house. Your family, and you don't even trust me to have pictures of your house. Just leave me alone, please. Just please. It's always something wrong with your charger. Always something wrong with your phone. So how did you make e-plans today then? Anyway, I'm done. I'm done being suspicious and feeling like that, you know? And I said I don't want people insulting you and all that. So let's just keep it civil. Just, yeah. I'm explaining why, you know, I'm not in hijab or I'm not like, I'm just over it. Like, I hate.
Even though, like, she's explaining that, but even though at the beginning she said she didn't really want to have to explain it, and yet she spent this entire stream explaining it. Isabel, am I being petty because I hate those nails? I hate them too. Yes, it is. It's like Amber's expectations with Beck. Oh, so you can drive hours to your family, but not drive hours to get me to the Cheesecake Factory. Like, those are on the same level of importance. Yeah. And I really do believe that they think they are on the same level of importance. And never mind that, like, if there's something wrong with his phone, how do we know that they don't have landlines or an alternate method of communication? Or we know that there is a bunch of his family living in that one house. Do they have phones and they're communicating with the other relatives? Like, there's so many scenarios here that could be going on. But Chantal doesn't feel good, and Chantal wants Salah to make her feel good, so that is of the utmost importance. Oh wow, you're Ukrainian. Are you in Ukraine at the moment, or are you somewhere else? And one of my uncles is from the Middle East too. As a person who has friends still there and family members from both sides, I can't even comprehend how she can ignore those facts. Yeah, I know. People are not having a good time over there at the moment, and there are much bigger things to be concerned about. Oh, do we have another Ukrainian? And I cannot speak it. I could not know if you're swearing and being highly inappropriate, but I'll trust you, Spicy Ginger. You're trying to find the strength to lug your stuff from the main farmhouse back to your flat in the converted wool shed. Oh my gosh. Could you be any more Kiwi right now? I love that. Trying to inspire yourself with at least I'm not living the life on the screen. Oh, cramblings. Yes. Do the clucking thing, madam. Yeah, that's a good point too. A time of war, they block cell service. Yeah, Syria experiences a lot of power outages and bad internet, especially in rural areas, and she knows that. We saw that. And I also know, I'm not familiar with whether this is happening in Syria, but I know that it happens in a few of the other surrounds, particularly in rural areas where there's not always power. Like it's at stages through the day, or it's like a rolling power supply and things like that. So that could be a factor as well. I watch a lot of travel vloggers. Oh, that was a greeting. You're keeping it cute. See, I was right to trust you. Thank you, Spicy Ginger. Do the clucking thing will be on a mug. I have literally had people DMing me about it. I will aim to do it by the weekend. Yeah, bad phone stuff is a legit issue, but not when Chantal is the main character.
These feelings, like, it was a long time. Your charger wasn't working for that long that you couldn't even, like, no. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. If you want, just message me privately. Leave, like, people are obviously going to be on my side, and you can't block everyone. But if I ask you guys, just please, no insulting. I'll unload when I'm ready. I just don't insult, please. Yeah, I don't. You can. There's always an excuse. You can text while it's charging, right? I mean, it's just so convenient that your charger and everything's not working today. But anyways, we'll talk privately, okay?
Carmen, I love how you're like, Salah should have obviously done something to get electricity for Chantal / sarcasm. I don't think we needed the sarcasm note. Yeah, exactly. Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. I just thought it was cute.
Thanks. Yeah. You have so many phone chargers. You're literally lying. Look, why don't you just... I'm not important to you. Your entire family there is more important. Your whole life there is more important. Live your life. Just leave me alone. That's all I ask. And I don't want...
But that's not what she's asking. This entire thing is a performance and a tantrum because she wanted him to comment, like to message her. And now she's like, just leave me alone. That's all I want. Valid. You like to use tone indicators just in case. A lot can be misinterpreted via text. I appreciate that. You have the image of a man on a bike with a solar cell on his head trying to charge his phone with combo solar and bike power. Or you know what? Maybe, just maybe, he didn't want to talk to her. So why do I have so many Ukrainian speakers in here? I love that. You do need to tell me though, are you all in different parts of the world or are you in Ukraine right now? Your flat is missing both an installed kitchen sink or a water filter, and today you had basically all your mugs and water into jug to lug it up. Still easier than lugging Foodie. Hello, Amy. Welcome to my live. Thank you so much for coming in. Oh, geez. Am I about to be ignorant? Where is this? I'm so sorry. See, this is one of those things where I'm like, if I wasn't on a live, I'm sure that I would know exactly what you're talking about. But there's so much going on and I'm monitoring so much. The RAM and the CPU are capped out, and I'm just going to appear like an ignorant Aussie for a moment. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you are there. I hope you're being safe. My thoughts are with you. You're in Europe, you're studying in Canada, and now you're hoping to study mechanical engineering in Germany. Well, where's everyone else at? Well, in case you wondered, I'm in Australia. I'm going to shut up now.
That's it. So how are you using your phone now then? Like just... Hi! Someone was knocking at my neighbor's door and she was so scared. It makes no sense to me.
Hello, cats. Hello. My mods, would you mind at all linking Kat's channel? Please and thank you. And so on point, narcs tend to act up more of special occasions and family events as a way of control. They can't handle that something can happen that's not about them. Also, those nails are upsetting me. You're not the first one to talk about those nails. Yeah, but you're right. The more the attention is off the person in question, the harder they're going to fight, and probably the more tantrums they're going to put up to get it back.
Sorry, it doesn't make any sense, and you're not blocked. So anyways, just like, you don't have time to acknowledge my message, but you have time to come on here and try to explain yourself to the public. Like, that's just another red flag for me. Sorry, but
is it really though? Because I wonder about the time zone. Like, obviously these two places are very far removed and it's clearly daytime in Chantal's space. So is it possible that the festivities of Eid have completed and now Salah has a moment to jump online and he's realized that she's doing this, and she's changed, by the way. She got out of the cleavage shirt. Yeah, both Chantal and Amber want to be the center of their partner's universe. And I would probably tend to think anybody who's in their sphere.
I don't believe you, Salah. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you didn't have access to your phone.
So he said, anyway, I'm not here to justify myself or to seek your sympathy or forgiveness. I came here to tell you what happened and to make you realize that you were hasty in your wrong decisions regarding me. Well said, Salah. Hate to be on that guy's side, by all means, but yes, that.
On Eid, if it was so important for you to message me, you would have found a way. No, because I blocked you for a short period of time. So you were replying to my message that I sent you where I was mad. But you didn't message me before that. You put everyone before me. Yeah, so please, continue your life. I don't want to insult you. I don't want any ill feelings towards you. I'm done with it. I feel like, you know? You don't care. Okay, that's the problem. The whole problem is that you don't care. I don't believe you. Because it doesn't make any sense. Okay, good. Do it. It's Eid. Go have fun with your 1,000 family members. And forget me. Yeah, I will. I'm already enjoying my life more. Remove as moderator. See you. No need for you to be moderator.
Whoops. I had technical issues. What did they say? I'm editing a few hours after this was live. As you can see by the screenshot, he's back being a mod. Oh yeah, so she removed his mod status and then put him back as a mod.
No need for you to be moderator. I get nothing from this relationship anyways, except for grief every day, insecurity, and you blame me for that. That's your fault that I'm insecure. Your fault. And you do nothing to try to make me feel better. You never ever ease my mind. You're never there.
Do you ease his mind? Do you ever take the time to make sure that he's okay? Do you ever put your feelings aside to ensure that his feelings are being met? I would like answers to those questions.
You're always busy with your life there, so live your life there. He said he doesn't care. There you go. I'm going to be 42. I'm not easily manipulated anymore. I've given it many chances because a lot of things that people...
And that blows my mind. She is 42. Now, I'm aware that there are a lot of millennials and a lot of Gen Xers in here. You make up the bulk of my demographic. My demographic is essentially me. But, like, 42. And she's carrying on like this. Be ever curious. Oh, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Just because. You're adorable. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Oh, your 49th birthday is on the 1st. Wait, are you an April Fool? Oh, will I be streaming? What is the 1st? Oh, I won't be. I'll have to give you your chicken daddy on the stream after it. Yeah, why is it always such a me thing with these girls? And I think these women are a good example of how depression can, I'm saying can, not always, can be incredibly selfish. Vera says, link, I do appear to be suffering a moth invasion. So if Vera didn't say it aloud, I will admit I would have missed it. Yeah, Salah must be getting something worthy enough to be willing to continue this. I do wonder if she is sending him money, and I feel like, you know, cost of living, I'm sure, is not equivalent in Syria as it is in Canada. So perhaps even if she's able to send him a small amount, he's able to do something with it. Or is it perhaps that he's staying plugged in for a potential future payoff, which might be something to do with this Malaysia trip that they were planning? And perhaps maybe she's on the hook, right? Maybe it's as simple as that. Maybe he's just going to keep her there for as long as he possibly can to get what he can out of her. And realistically, how much could she be affecting his life other than this kind of shenanigan, and that he needs to message her from time to time, which we know is only via text. They're not FaceTiming and things like that. Maybe it's just not too much of an impact. Maybe it's okay for him to keep her on the hook there. I don't know.
People perceive about a relationship are wrong, but there's...
By the way, sorry to keep pausing cramblings. There's something about the idea of living in an old renovated wool shed that just tickles me beyond reason. I love that. I love that so much.
a lot of valid concerns, and I've addressed them many times, and he just usually chalks it down to being my mental illness, which it's not. And then the lying. Excuse me, but...
I would actually say that this is unlikely, not diagnosing her. In my opinion, from what I've seen, I actually would say it's less likely to be a mental health condition and more like a personality disorder. Just my opinion. Which means that it's just completely rampant and she hasn't done any effort to try and rein it in and make it serve her and those around her. I just putting that out there.
What was the excuse? I didn't have a mobile? Who's blocking people? Oh, the bees are show. Don't block people. Okay, Salah, you can't blame people though for not agreeing. Some people are not going to like you. But I agree, the people insulting, yes, I've blocked people, just
so
leave it be.
What happened there was she unmodded him, so then he got onto...
Oh, the bees are show.
Onto the Beezer show. He logged into the different account and started just blocking people.
I'm not going to talk about you, okay? I'm going to stop talking about you. We're just going to move on. That's it. I didn't come on here intending to be insulting or anything. I'm just telling people why.
He said, I don't clucking care if someone doesn't like me, but that they doesn't have the rights to insult me. None of their business. Yeah, for these kinds of relationships, there has to be something in it for both parties, even if it's transactional or just a fantasy. I agree with you. I agree. There's got to be a payoff of some description, because who just sits there and enjoys this kind of shenaniganizing? She's exhibiting low empathy behavior / thinking, so it could be a range. Good point as well. It could be a range of personality disorders or frontal lobe damage. I know a lot of people have insinuated that she potentially has some manner of developmental disorder. Oh, it's not the entire wool shed. Well, I don't find that interesting then. The other half was converted into a bar by a previous owner with a hankering for antiques. Ooh, is that cool or creepy? The amount of gear we had to remove to clean is still on pallets underneath. Oh. Not Foodie and Salah playing whack-a-mole in the chat. And really, really, like, who are these people to him? What does it matter if they don't like him or think badly of him? They're not anybody. Yeah, you were tested for BPD, as in borderline personality disorder, not bipolar. And I actually see many signs in her, like not the Amber type. Oh, okay, yep, not couch diagnosed. Surely can benefit from therapy in any case. Yeah. I don't know when the last time Chantal had therapy was, but I think it would have been beneficial at many points in her life. Hello. It's like she's missing the mirror neurons completely. Hello, Mega Chad Anakin. Your name. Hello, you're new. Welcome. So glad you found me. Yeah, the personality disorder, not bipolar. Yeah, I would. My feeling is it's probably more in that vein of things, which is nothing more than kind of just learning how your brain works, how it may be different in operating to that of, say, a neurotypical person, and then practicing the skills to curb it or to use it in the way that you want to, in a way that doesn't hurt you or those around you. And it's not, like, of course, it's harder done than just saying it. But it's what you do as a responsible adult who is interfacing with the rest of the world. Ignore that. I cannot. I shan't. Handsomest man. Look who's upset. It's the handsomest man.
That why it's over and stuff. I modded him on the other channel, but the couple's channel is his channel too. I'm not putting hijab back on. I'm not retracting anything I said. I'm not apologizing for anything I said. Salah, you're focusing on the wrong stuff right now. Who cares? They don't have to side with you. She just said she's looking out for me. They're looking out for me. They saw me be hurt. Yeah. Like, why do you care? Don't even care if people are insulting. It's not personal. I don't hate you. I don't let people be.
Yeah, I mean, you choose to be a public person on the internet. It's not personal, and you need to just not let it get to you. Maybe he's a little more thin-skinned than he should be. He just sounds annoyed.
I've been blocking those people, but like what I said is true. Like, my life is public. Like, if major changes are happening in my life, people are gonna know, and people are gonna have different opinions. It doesn't mean, like, don't take it personal. Who cares? They're in a hard. Don't, like, you shouldn't even be focusing on them. Like, what does it matter? Because they're all here for me, first and foremost, number one. At the same time, I understand it's probably very stressful for him because he's not on the internet, you know. Stop this behavior. What behavior? Me? I don't think I have to change much. Anyways, I feel like I should move to Kick. Bye, guys.
Wow, I nearly didn't unmute myself. Yeah, you had a woman try to put BPD on you because you seemed promiscuous to her. Well, isn't that subjective? I don't have a personality disorder, but not to say that it's bad. It's just not me. Yeah. This is one of those scenarios where I say, from my personal experience, I really don't think that the diagnosis or the label matters in this way. I think obviously having it diagnosed matters if you need to have some sort of medication to help to help things in check and things like that. But when it comes to this kind of thing, this is just curbing your own behavior, learning how to self-soothe, learning how to change your thought processes. And it's a matter of practicing things so that you can rebuild your neurons into the way that, you know, the pathways that you want them to be in. That takes time, it takes practice, but, you know, just sitting here continuing to exist and expecting the world to mold around you is not going to be benefiting you in any way, shape, or form. Yes, for treatments, it's essential, of course, yes. But in this case, if we are just talking about, you know, a personality disorder of some kind, or even if it's just that she's never actually learned how to adult or how to integrate properly in society, all of that is just a practice thing. Oh, your worst psychologist had the audacity to question your hysterectomy. That was not one of the reasons you were seeing her. Why would it be? That's no business of a psychologist. She did none of the DBT you went to her for, and you couldn't separate her own opinions. I personally have not found a great success in therapy. Not to say that it's not good for other people. That's not my message. And that you shouldn't seek it. That's not at all my message. But the last psychologist I went to see, I was just starting to deal with all of the mother trauma that had built up. And I was in a place where I'm like, okay, clearly this needs to be dealt with. And I'm there and I'm explaining, and he didn't know what Munchausen's by proxy or factitious disorder by proxy was. And just that, I feel like that's not that niche, and that undermined all of my confidence in him. I'm like, if you don't know this, how are you going to help me through it? It's a very specific thing that I need help with. That's Victorian hysteria crap. Oh, isn't it? Yeah, we support ADHDs, folks. We do here. This is a friendly place. I may or may not be. I don't know. It's just the explanation for your whole life. Being raised with a narcissistic, strict, alcoholic mother. I used to blame myself for how I am. Now I just know how to handle life. Yes. Exactly. Oh, there's a lot of bad experiences out there. That's unfortunate. It is about finding the good ones, for sure. I just personally don't have the patience and found a lot more benefit in just acting, doing the clucking thing, you know? That the action is what I find more beneficial than necessarily the understanding of it. That's just me, though.
See, my problem is, like, he tried sending me messages showing, like, that he tried to message me, like, after I messaged him upset. But, you know, saying, like, voila, I didn't have a charger and that. But that's my problem. That's my problem is I don't trust or believe. So, like, I can't be in a relationship like that, period. Regardless. Right? I mean, so, whether he did or not, I just don't believe it. I don't know. Yeah, and it doesn't change all of it's not even just today's incident. It's like a build-up. So, that's it. And we move on with that, you know? Just know that it's over and done with, and the rest I'll just deal with privately. But yeah, his family doesn't want me there. Like, he legit told me.
Do we want to keep watching this? Because I'm going to run out of time very shortly. Or do you want to watch the absolute utter 180 that she did in the next 10 hours? Because that's quite a short video. Let me know. 1 for keeping on watching this one, there's like another 5 minutes, or a 2 for moving on to the next video. Let me know. Oh, I feel that, Isabel. If you have a parent without empathy, you run the risk of it not just being genetic, but a taught thing. Absolutely. It's a nature versus nurture debate. Super fun. Two. Okay, two. Got it. Where were we? Looking like a clown. I'm going to skip the intro. I know people don't like that. I really like the intro too, but I am short on time, my nuggets. There we go. You can watch it rolling down the hill. Wow.
I'm not putting hijab back on. I'm not retracting anything I said. I'm not apologizing for anything I said.
10 hours later, my nuggets.
Anyways, I wanted to talk about a few things. My level of impulsiveness is like really starting to become even more detrimental to my life. Has also time convinced you? Well, it's not even just about that. It's many things I realized after the fact. Like, I came live when I was really upset over, like, so basically after my live.
She repeatedly has these revelations and feels bad for it in the moment, but then is completely at the behest of what she's feeling, just like Amber. What she's feeling in that moment is going to dictate how she acts. It's like both of these women don't understand that you don't need to do everything your brain tells you. You really don't. Sometimes brains just brain, and anybody who is in here who has experienced something like OCD with intrusive thoughts, you know that those thoughts are not necessarily going to be indicative of how you feel or how you want to act. Like yeeting yourself off high surfaces is something that pops into your brain. You don't have to do it. And I think sometimes with the brain just braining, we sometimes think those little more benign thoughts are actually us, and it's only the really big thoughts that we highlight as, oh no, that's an intrusive thought. But Amber and Chantal have just seemingly never learned that it's just sometimes brains just think and feel things that will pass. It always passes. They're emotions. They will come and they will go. And sometimes in life, as a grown-ass adult, at the tender age of 42, you just need to understand that sometimes you need to sit there in your yucky feelings and understand that they will pass. You know, you busy yourself, maybe you do a workout. I know I'm not talking about, generally speaking, you might do a workout, you might listen to some music, you might do a range of things, and the feeling will pass. But they don't make that connection. They think because their brain has gone, I feel bad, I want Salah to message me now, so now I'm going to chuck a temper tantrum because I can't handle that feeling, and that's just how they act. Hyena laughing. And sometimes you're still a toddler at 42. Yes. This woman particularly, I personally find a little bit surreal because she's not that much older. We're definitely within the same generation, the same, we grew up with the same music, the same shows, everything like that. And then the culture of Canada is not super different than the culture of Australia. So there's a link there. And I look at the way she conducts herself, I look at the way she thinks, and I look at the condition that she's put herself in, where she can't even walk down to the store or down the steps or whatever, and it's surreal to watch being that close. You always see the animated chicken wings as toddler temper tantrum. It's excitable flapping. Hello, Kiwi Pie. Currently trying to teach your 23-year-old boyfriend that. Well, good news is he's on a good age trajectory for learning that. He's not 42. Yeah, Amber and Chantal have zero impulse control or mood regulation skills. And skills is the important word there because it is just a practice skill. None of us are born with it. The lucky few were modeled it by our parents. Most of us weren't. And it's just a practice skill. Hence soothing themselves with food and expecting others to handle their feelings. So well said, Verbal. Yes, dead not sleeping. That is half of what turned them into lolcows. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that we're dealing with common threads here. You think the reason Foodie is so bigoted is because she was raised by her grandparents? Her grandfather was a raging bigot, according to Foodie. Maybe. Why has she kept it? Why has she not moved with the rest of her generation and rejected that? I think when we look at things like bigotry, it is actually reflecting very insecure and very scared individuals. And I think that kind of confident language that tends to surround, bigotry is more comfortable and safer to latch onto than to entertain the thought of, what if everybody is as complex as me? Because that is entering the unknown, and these people really can't handle that well. I both want us to be proud of us, but also feel with somewhat of what we watch, the bar is low.
We talked on video and he proved to me that his charger wasn't working. And I'm like, why did I go live in front of hundreds, like 1,000 people and blast our personal business? Like, why do I do that? Like, I feel like that no matter what is wrong, you know? Anyway, I also don't feel right without the hijab. Like, I feel bad. Like, I feel like I'm doing something awful. And I know a lot of people are not going to understand that. I'm tired of like explaining myself. Like, I'm tired of like explaining my choices with religion. I don't know what's going to happen with Salah and I, but like so far it's still not great.
She can just stop, like, explaining it. If she doesn't want to explain her relationship with religion, she can just stop talking about it. She can ignore all of those messages. Eventually people will get bored.
It's like I can't keep freaking out like over stupid shit. I play with my vulnerable emotions, but like
Relatable, man. You also lack impulse control, but it's about ice cream and chocolate.
I don't feel like he does though. Like, why do you say that he does? Like, I make it sound worse, like because of the way I take it. But like a lot of the time, I'm not right. Like the fact that he like, you know, like today, it was actually a problem with his charger. So I don't know. In Syria on Eid, nothing is open. I feel like a lot of the things people have like wrong with it is like because I come on here and complain, which you should never do. Like, I'm not like defending every single thing that he's ever done for sure, but it's like I can't keep running online and like airing out my grievances every time.
What I would like to hear from her, because clearly she has a little bit of self-awareness where she can go, that action was not right, that was wrong. And I feel like that is enough of a spark to be able to create the growth that she would need to do. But what I would want to hear from her in this moment is, that was wrong. Here's what I plan on doing in future, because it's not fair on him, it's not fair on me, and it's not fair on you as the viewers to experience that and also not experience the makeup that we go through. Because when you think about it from the viewer's perspective, they're only getting all the bad stuff, none of the good stuff. But she just glosses over, why do I do that? I shouldn't do that, you know, things like that. You don't like impulse control. You have moments where your autism and ADHD go into battle and sometimes ADHD wins. I love that. You think it's because to Foodie, any attention is good attention, and she feels the more inflammatory she is, the more attention she gets. Yeah, that's valid. So in your theory, attention of any variety is her currency. Bartholomew has arrived and is singing the song of his people to everyone in the chat. Oh, gorgeous boy. This cat is huge. If you haven't seen his cat, he's massive. And he's trying to remind you all to like the stream. Oh, gorgeous boy. You know, with you have bouts of too much control and learning how to let stuff go. Yeah, but that's just learning how to work with yourself, isn't it? Learning how to work with your own brain. I was actually describing this to LV, a conversation that we were having earlier, because she desperately wants to be able to help as a mod more with what I'm doing. And I was trying to explain that I am a combination of a completionist perfectionist, and those two together are really, really bad, which means, sorry, one moment. Which means that I know about myself, I have the potential to way overthink, overplan, and then when I get overwhelmed with that overthinking and overplanning, I no longer want to do the thing. So there are tactics that I do with this channel because I really enjoy this, and I really enjoy this community that we've all built together. And so longevity is a very, very important thing to me, which means that I need to do a certain, you know, lack of planning to stop that part of my brain from kicking in. And if that makes sense, it's just that I understand how my brain wants to work. I understand how I work, and I monitor that carefully. Of course you can, Isabel. You can mention your pet channel. You can't link it, but perhaps one of the mods would be willing to link it.
Something goes wrong, you know what I mean? A lot of the time he's fine. Like, I feel like I'm just really needy because, you know, like he really does like try in a way. Like I don't know, you'd have to see like how we talk. Ow. I don't even want to tell people if we're together or not. Like, I just want to keep everything, like, in regards to any relationships I have in my life private, because if you bring it online, it causes a lot of problems. And that's my fault I brought it online, but it's so hard when you just live your whole life online. You know, it's like not healthy. And it just really weighs on my mental health. So it's like, I feel like I've just been distracted from what I should be really focusing on, like health, gym, like really stuff, like to really glow up, you know? Like how, I don't know how he's playing with my emotions, like when I really think about it, like when I'm not impulsive, when I have time to think about it, and he explains himself, like, but at the end of the day, like he does.
I can, but yes, can I please elaborate on dealing with over planning, overwhelm? So relatable. I can. It will run out the clock for us though, but we can see that Chantal is being a little bit ridiculous. So I find the most important thing with getting overwhelmed is to just think of what's next. So it doesn't matter what you're trying to achieve, even if it's just your day, because sometimes comprehending the entire day as in its entirety is overwhelming, but you think about what's next. One moment. Sorry, my voice is getting tired. So when it's always just what's next, it's never a big deal because it's usually one step. So like if you've got a big day of chores, for example, I don't know, because it's like a Sunday and you need to get them all done, that overwhelms you. So you go, what's next? Okay, I need to get the laundry on because it needs to be hung out for most of the day. So what's next? I'll just put the laundry in the washing machine. Then what's next? Well, maybe I need to do dishes, so I'll go do the dishes, things like that. And that prevents, although you know that there's a lot that needs to be done, just focusing on the very, very next step, not allowing your brain to indulge in 2 or 3 or 4 steps down the track, focusing just on that one step is what's most critical. And that applies to like pretty much anything you need to do. You relate over planning, you use downtime to run the same ideas over and over till you can actually do something. Your tip, hello Dizzy Spook. Your tip for overwhelming is separate needs and to separate needs and wants. Do you need to do the dishes or do you want to? It's more like an interactive story. Hard to explain. Yeah, does that make sense? Hello, Walking Wrinkle. I have messaged you, by the way, just so you don't have to keep relentlessly checking your social media. Yes, that's a good point. You can also take little breaks between each step. Think you're in a character in one of those mobile games with limited energy / actions. So you've got to wait a bit before you can continue. The only problem with needs versus want, I never want to do anything that needs to be done. Another thing that I used to do to overcome, because once you practice it for a while, you can just integrate it into your day and you don't have to try anymore. But I used to get so overwhelmed by just the sheer like thinking of a day that would fully disable me in anxiety. I know that many of you know what I'm talking about when I say that. But what I would do is in my diary, I would write down 6 things that I wanted to get done that day. And usually 5 of them would be realistic, and then plus a little bonus one that if I got that done as well, then that would be really cool. And sometimes, if you're battling with the needs versus want and you're overwhelmed with it, sometimes I would look at it and go, okay, which one of these 6 items do I want to do the least? And then you do that one. And then you go back to it. Okay, which of these 5 items do I want to do the least? And then do that one. And then by the time you're down to 1 or 2, that's all that you've got to do left. And although it's the thing that you want to do the least, it's all there is left. And that can be helpful as well. My side quests are awesome. Thank you. Yes, you do better to write it down to get it out of the... I need to write things down as well, for sure. That helps me. That way you feel like you don't need to keep it in the forefront of your mind. Why are we talking about fossils? Sorry, I just saw that. Okay, my nuggets. I'm going to need to close things down here. I've gotten the 5-minute dinner warning, so we need to get that happening. Hello, Be Like Water Baby. If you have to eat 2 frogs, eat the biggest one first. No harm to frogs. No harm came to any frogs in this story. Wow. Finishing a crocheted crossbody bag for your friend. That would take forever. Good grief. That's impressive. Oh, I meant to put... You just jogged my memory. I want to put a craft section in the Discord because so many of us are into fiber arts and other things that I really want to have a place to share those. So, okay. All right. Yeah, everybody's heading back. Yeah, be a replay nugget. I love it. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming in and chatting. And thank you so much to all of those lurkers that I saw there. I appreciate everybody. And thank you so much to my mods. I am very grateful to you. Hopefully, we will get a Rachel video for our next stream. That might be fun. Apparently, she's coming back in a couple of days. So we will see. But for now, that is all the clocks I have left to give. Stay golden, my little nuggets, and I'll catch you next time.